So is it real? I read that LV is going to do online service in Singapore. Of course, I have to try out this service. Let's see what I've gotten from LV. Hi everybody, welcome back to One Fashion Guy. My name is Melvin and my channel is about fashion designers, clothes, bags, shoes and accessories. If you like this kind of content, please remember to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you will be notified of any new videos that I've uploaded into my channel. I have two parts to today's video. The first part is for me to share my buying experience at the Louis Vuitton website, and the second part is for me to share with you more about the Louis Vuitton leather terminology in their product range. So I'm not exactly a Louis Vuitton fan, as you would know. I'm more of a Prada guy, but I always like their monogram product. So with $300 on hand, I browsed through the website to see if I could even get the smallest of all monogram inspired item. And to my pleasant surprise, I was able to find something in their website, so I was very thrilled. Now, Louis Vuitton recently has a price hike of about 3% in their product range. I was very lucky. The night when I was surfing the website was the last day before the price adjustment. So this little SLJ that I've purchased cost me about $290. You will be so surprised that you can even get something at LV for $290. And the next day when I went back to the website, the price immediately hiked to $300. So I had a savings of $10. Isn't that fantastic? So actually I wanted to take a video to show you how they look like when they come to my doorstep. But unfortunately, Margaret O, which is my mother, was a super fast hand, fast leg. In Chinese we call her 快手快脚. So what happened was this lady by the name of Kat, she came and then because I was in my room doing my work and I did not hear her coming. So my mother opened the door and then received the product from her. So I had no chance at all to film how she looks and whether she comes in suit or not. But I checked with my mother and she said that yes, the lady did come in suit. There is my LV purchase. So it has the LV envelope, which I assume is the receipt, and inside this envelope it says it has a thank you card. So it says thank you for shopping at LV blah 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 blah, and then you have the exchange policy receipt and also some tag of return. I think these are the return stickers, and they have a special service at the LV website. You could actually write a special note to that special somebody. So it comes in the envelope like this, and look what I have arranged. I've written there a request to write One Fashion Guy, which is my channel, and Louis Vuitton, I've been wanting you. If you are familiar with the Louis Vuitton product, you will know that it comes with a box like this. The box is really of a very nice quality. So it's nicely tied up with the ribbon, and it's got a little card here where you can write further messages for your loved ones. So it's just a blank card inside. The box comes with like a drawer-like system, and of course you have the dust bag. Okay, so here is the product. Before I open it, do you want to comment below and tell me what do you think this product is going to be? 1, 2, 3. Okay, here it goes. It is the no surprises. Da, da, da. Monogram card holder. This product has got one slot in front and one slot at the back, and also a bigger slot in the center. In the center of the card holder, you have a little card that says textile. Okay, so you guys do know that the monogram fabric is actually made of canvas material, which is a very highly condensed cotton fabric. It is not leather. Okay, but this caramel color part, it is made out of cowhide leather. Okay, so this is a very simple card holder that I've purchased. So what can fit into this card holder? So I've prepared some cards. Okay, I think that each of the slots you can put about 2 cards the max. Okay, I've tried already actually. So you just put about 2 cards because you don't want to over scratch it, and then after that you'll be very loose. In the center, I intend to put my money. Okay, if you put the $2 note, you can slot in quite nicely in the center without it popping up. No, actually, yeah, without it popping up. Alright, and if you have $10 notes, it's going to be a little bit more tricky. You may have to do quarter fold. That's how it looks. So if I fill it up with 4 cards and 2 pieces of dollar note, it looks a little bit stuffed. Okay, it looks a little bit stuffed, but overall I think the workmanship is really good, and of course, it being a new leather piece, I love to smell it. It smells divine. This piece is made in Spain. I think there are 3 places where they produce their product, which is Spain, France, and USA. I thought this would be a cute little addition to my SLJ collection, and this is my 3rd LV product. So I'm going to use my iPad to present to you about this terminology. I will begin with the women's range. Okay, the first one that I'd like to share is, of course, this very famous print that they have, which is the Louis Vuitton monogram. This fabric is very durable and has got a pebbled texture and is water repellent. Okay, if I zoom in, you can see the pebbled structure on the monogram fabric. Okay, it is very easy to care, so therefore a lot of people love this material. In 2013, LV actually named Nicholas as the artistic director for their women's wear. He came up with this new idea of updating the Louis Vuitton monogram. So what he did was to reverse the color. And when you put the 2 fabrics and contrast together in an item, right, I think it's really beautiful. Next, what we have in the range is called the Damier Ebene canvas. Okay, it was produced way before the monogram, and I believe this was produced in 1883. The care for this leather is pretty much the same as the monogram. Essentially, it's also a canvas fabric. The Damier Azure is normally contrasted with the Vachetta leather. Okay, I think it gives it a very nice, clean look. What I have not mentioned also is that the Louis Vuitton canvas is a very sturdy fabric. So it gives the bag a very good structure, and it does not really sag over time. So that's why a lot of people like to buy a Louis Vuitton bag. And next, we have the Louis Vuitton Epi leather. It is very easy to identify the grain. The grain is almost like a tiger stripes, you know, and it does not scratch. It can also be cleaned with a damp cloth, but however, I also saw some review on the net that like after a long run, maybe some bits of the epi leather will come out, but very rarely. The next one that they have in the ladies range is called the Emprunté leather. Okay, this is a gorgeous soft leather. As you can see, the back drapes very nicely. It has a debossed monogram pattern on it. Okay, it is not very sensitive to sunlight and water. Therefore, it is a very good material. This was released in 2012. So it is a 8-year-old fabric, relatively new. This is the Mahina perforated calf leather. Okay, this was introduced in 2007. It is made for drum leather, okay, and has meticulous perforations in the monogram, as you can see, right, the little dots. Okay, it is inspired by the phases and crescents of the moon. Okay, every LV bag and the terminology has got a story behind it. Okay, they are very inspired by people, places, astrology, and etc. So in 1997, when Marc Jacobs took over the house of Louis Vuitton, he introduced the Venice leather. Venice is the word for varnish in French. Therefore, if you can see, this leather is very shiny. It's almost like a vinyl-like effect. Okay, that was about all that the common terms that you need to know for the women's range. And then now let's go to the men's range. Okay, this is the monogram eclipse. Basically, the pattern for the monogram is the same. Okay, it's the same. It's just that the color, instead of the brown and the camera color, here we have sort of like a tone on tone dark gray with a light gray color. And also in the men's range, we have another one is known as the monogram shadow. It's the embossed monogram logo on the back or on the leather, and it looks almost like a shadow on it. You can hardly see it. It's good for people who are more subtle in that sense and who wants the LV monogram but don't want it in your face kind of look. This is the men's stable leather material that they use. Is called the Tiger cowhide leather. This was introduced in 1993 and has been very popular since. Okay, the fabric itself is very structured and it is normally used to make into briefcase and travel accessories. Okay, and this material is only unique to the men's collection. Again, it has like almost like a cross grain kind of texture to it. And the next one we have for the damier. This is called the damier graphite, which is used for the men's range. Okay, the damier graphite, like the monogram, like the eclipse monogram, is also in the dark gray and the light gray color. Basically, the care and the material is the same as the damier ebene and the damier azur. The next in the collection is the damier infinity. This is the leather embossed, where the checkered part is embossed so that the other checks will raise up from the fabric. Okay, it has a very subtle luxury feel to it. Like the monogram shadow, this is also a very muted down kind of print effect that Louis Vuitton has, which is perfect for the men's, right? Like guys, normally we don't want to have our back so loud in the face. Okay, this is the Torillon cowhide leather. It is a super soft calf leather with visible grains in it. Okay, very visible grains as you can see. Okay, you can feel the lumps of the grains when you run your hands down the backs. Okay, the next one that they have is the Louis Vuitton Prism plastic. Okay, when Virgil took over the men's collection in 2018, he brought this style into the men's collection. Remember that very iconic prism plastic carry all that he introduced that the internet was crazy about? Yeah, it was used making use of this material. So I hope with this short video you have a little bit more knowledge on Louis Vuitton leather terminology, so that the next time when you go to the shop, you will not be embarrassed, or you will not be going like do you have this, do you have that. That's all for today. I hope you do take good care of yourself, keep yourself healthy, continue to exercise, and I see you all in my next video. Goodbye, love you. I wanted to buy this thing more than I wanted to buy this thing. So I know of a friend who has this thing, and if you're interested to sell to me, do contact me and quote your price. Okay? But cheap, okay? Bye bye.